transporter one, and I didn't add it to my list because I hadn't seen the movie in a long time, and I didn't want to be like, do I misremember this?
It's tough.
Yeah, I feel like we would be doing this list a disservice without having Tony Jaa in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Like he is like the best martial artist stunt work out there right now.
And we left out Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So like some all timers in there. I picked Sofia Boutella. That's a weird one, but
that is a weird one.
But it called me, man. I don't know. You know me. If I lose, I lose. I like that fight. It's an interesting narrative. So all right. So you have. Oh my gosh, it's too strong. You have Kill Bill, Crazy 88, Aragorn in Fellowship of the Ring, Blade, The Blood Rave, Equilibrium, Final Fight, and the John Wick club fight.
Yeah.
All right. I have Rama from Raid 2, The Villainess, Old Boy, The Protector, and Hotel Artemis. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If we're gonna combine these lists.
Oh, yeah, let's cut it. Okay, so let's cut it down to 3 or 5. What do you think?
Let's do 5. Let's cut it down to 5, half. I mean, the first thing I'm thinking, Mark, is that you pick The Villainess because you described it eloquently and it sounds amazing.
It's badass. It's yeah. Okay, cool. I love that. I'll keep that. Villainess. We'll keep that. All right, so we got Villainess, and then I loved your. Oh man, I mean, you gotta pick Kill Bill. You have to.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. And speaking of being blessed, I was walking down the street yesterday, and someone had set out a box of DVDs, found both Kill Bills in it, and I was like, winner!
Score! Oh, that's amazing. Okay, what do you think about? Okay, I mean, Old Boy is like.
Yeah, I think Old Boy goes in there.
I like your Equilibrium pick though because it's so layered.
Yeah, of the rest of the ones I have, the two that I feel most strongly about are Lord of the Rings and Equilibrium. And I like Equilibrium because it's strange. It's like it's not like the type of fight scene that you would see normally.
Yeah.
And I just love the drama of Lord of the Rings and how Aragorn is just going, man. He's trying.
And he walks towards the army, which I love. So, okay, in this fight, Christian Bale's never in trouble. Never. But I think in this fight against the Uruk-hai, Aragorn could be in trouble.
He almost dies.
Yeah.
He gets lucky. Yeah.
So I think I almost like Aragorn more.
I do. Of those two, Lord of the Rings is the superior fight.
Okay, so I guess I love The Protector. That's an all-timer. One shot.
Got it. That's a great scene. I have no problem with that.
All right, so I think we got The Protector. We have Fellowship of the Ring, Old Boy, The Villainess, and Kill Bill. That's a beautiful list.
It is. We did a really good job. Some of the ones that didn't make the cut. Batman vs Superman. Batman the warehouse scene.
Yeah, I love that
scene.
The
best part of that film. The Kick-Ass scene. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember liking it. And then I've talked about all the other ones.
Oh, and then what? Kingsman too. But he has total control of that, right? Because everyone's mad.
Yeah. They're more interesting when they're not in control. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. This is a good list. And Old Boy, you just never saw the fight going that way. It's so unpredictable. Oh, I love it. All right. Let's see. What else haven't we covered at this movie?
I think we've covered everything.
Yeah.
We've talked about Carl Urban, bats. Charlie Cox was going to be in the cast, and then he wasn't. They're going to have Baba Yaga in it, then they didn't. Was going to be part of the Dark Universe, then it wasn't. A lot of weird stuff with this film.
I wish it would have been. And I guess, yeah, I mean, I think we got there. There's a lot of little minutia in here to cover, but then we'd just be saying in that and this. But in the end, like, final thoughts, I like this movie. I enjoy it. I really do. I bought it. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy it. I'll put it on cleaning the house.
I do have a final thought. And this is something that I think we can do relatively quickly. Let's do a mini round robin tournament between the Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy. And we've seen all the movies, so we can tell you. And I have it written out so I can give you the fights if you think.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, Dracula versus Wolfman.
You have to go with Vlad because he'll pigeon punch him.
Yeah, exactly.
But Wolfman hacked off heads like they were butter.
Yeah, but that was human heads, not Dracula heads.
Yeah, right. All right, I like it. Dracula. All right, I like it. Let's go Dracula.
Okay.
Yeah, Dracula.
Wolfman versus the Mummy.
I mean, what did she do in this movie?
She housed Tom Cruise. She was very, very strong. And at the beginning, she has superior fighting skills.
Can she teleport?
I don't think she can teleport. I think the Wolfman is more agile and probably just as strong.
Can she get cut?
I think they both can heal after damage. What it comes down to me is like, does this character have any supernatural abilities? Like, can she summon glass? She can make.
Oh, she can.
Mummies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a storm? She shoved a sandstorm, turning glass into sand.
Yeah. So I guess we got to go her, right?
Yeah, I think that's the appropriate one. Unless you're doing like Monster Squad rules where the Wolfman's just not killable. Like, if he gets blown up, he'll come back together no matter what. He's just a constant like B threat. Yeah. Even then, I think the Mummy will probably take him.
She's got him.
Yeah. Okay. So the Mummy versus Dracula.
Okay, so one can do sand, one can do
bats.
I don't think you can kill the Mummy. You can't kill her. You can't smush her, can you?
You can't kill her, but they definitely captured her.
Oh, yeah. And he would just turn into a bat.
Yeah, a cloud of bats and disappear. For me, the downside of the vampire is that he has significantly more weaknesses, like silver, sunlight, holy water, signs.
Garlic.
But he has more upside in like the manipulating power.
Wow.
And they're both super fighters. Remember, like Vlad's a very good fighter, and so is the character from the Mummy, and her name slipped my tongue at the moment.
Amunet, right? Amunet.
Amunet.
Oh man, I okay. She does get caught, and she gets knocked unconscious from a blow dart.
Mm-hmm. And then but doesn't she also escape?
Well, she tricks. She can get into people's brains.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, she talks to that guy, and he goes and lets her out. But blow darts do work on her.
Yeah, and we don't think blow darts would work on Dracula.
Charles Dance would win hands down. Vlad, not yet. So if they just met, I'm giving it to the Mummy. But I'm giving it to Charles Dance.
Okay, I think I agree with you. I think the Mummy would be Dracula. And so that means it's Dracula, Mummy, and the Mummy takes the round robin tournament.
Yeah. The Mummy takes it?
Yeah, I think the Mummy takes it.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. But with the caveat that Charles Dance could win it all.
Yeah, I think a master vampire is probably stronger than a mummy by far. Yeah.
Man, I love this discussion. It's like D&D, dude. It's awesome.
And that's the last thing I had.
I love it. Well, this was fun, man. We can't top that.
No, we can't. Not at all.
Do you want to promote? We promoted your show earlier, but you want to throw a quick promotion out for it?
Sure. If you like Best Picture winners, check out the Award Wieners podcast. My co-host and I watch a Best Picture winner, and then we make a hot dog recipe based off that film. We say it's a culinary. I have to think of what the saying actually is. We say that it's a celebration of culinary cinematic pop culture.
Ooh,
culinary and cinematic pop culture. Yeah, it's fun. We just did The Deer Hunter, and next up is The Apartment.
Oh man, and you got Cavalcade out of the way, so that's good.
Oh, Cavalcade, listeners, do not check that out. Feel free to listen to the podcast, but do not watch it. It is a rough one, real hard to get through.
But you got Deer Hunter and Apartment; those are strong, and they're good. Apartment's a good palate cleanser. Well, there's some rough aspects in Apartment,
exactly.
Though, but it's a nice palate cleanser after Deer Hunter. Oh man. Oh
yes. We are getting into the better end, so we're about halfway through the series, and we are getting into like the stacked part of it, where like we're gonna have some good ones coming up.
I love it. So and also, guys, you'll learn something from it, which is most important. So if you want to learn something about the movies and the actors involved and the directors and where they were at, listen to it because you'll get some solid knowledge about the year, make you better with movies. So yeah, but thank you for joining me, man.
That was great. Thank you.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for David Code Red Cross, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.